Namaste, my witchlings. How are we doing today? Oh, there we go. Does look better with the hair over the shoulders. All right. Yay. Yep, it is time. Sorry for running behind you guys. It is definitely a holiday here, and oh crap, puppy fell down again. There he is. There goes. Now we have puppy, and look at that wild and crazy hair. I am here. I am frazzled and spinning a million directions at once, but I am here. How is it already Thanksgiving? I do not know. Okay. Well, yeah, technically for a bunch of people it's Black Friday by now. Doink. My brain is just not happy with me. Alright, I'm going to take a quick sip, and I'm going to assume that we are almost 10 minutes in and nobody's here, so probably not going to see a whole lot of people. So, sip. Alright, and our standard reminder of please be mindful of the energy you bring into this space, and you will be respectful in the chat, because if you are not, Arnold and the mods will be finding you with the banhammer.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Okay. Take another quick sip. All right. Sip, sip. More coffee. Coffee is good. Hey, John. Pretty much, Raven. I am here to be, entertainment and company for those who really don't want to put up with their relatives today. So, this is part of why I celebrate my holidays, not on the day of. Oh, John, I'm so excited for you. There we go. Itch, itch, itch. Haha. All right. It is that time of year. My asthma is not happy again. C'est la vie. Life goes on. Today's episode asks you to meet yourself exactly where you are. Namaste nudges us to touch our toes and reconnect with our bodies, while self-compassion guides us to breathe through the hard emotions rising up. Our moment of Zen reminds us how quickly time moves and how precious each choice is. Stay present, stay awake, and don't squander the life unfolding right now. Namaste, Witchlings. Hey, Mike. How are you doing today? All right, so Namaste, my witchlings. Welcome, 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 one and all to Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, where we weave together the sacred spiral flow, honoring the day, listening to the cards, and caring for ourselves along the way. So, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hey, hi, hello, and welcome. Each day we flow with the sacred spiral. I am Dai, your favorite yoga witch, and guide through it. So, let's go step into today's spiral of wisdom together. Now, go grab your favorite crystal. I am playing with garnet as always, or almost always. Light your candle or incense, cozy up with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your mug today, and let's step into today's spiral of wisdom and self-care together. Let's not forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing because it helps our Witchling circle grow and it keeps our daily spiral turning. Weep. Hair is annoying. Hi, Mike. All right. Hey, Bean. And we have Moth. I remember Moth. Moth is Bean's friend. Oh, that is Scene Bean. Okay, good grief. I'm a dorkfish. Since they changed what name I see, I'm like, I know that name, but yeah. We haven't even started eating yet. Mike's in the other chat saying he's halfway stuffed, and I'm like, I haven't even started cooking for the day yet. So, we're good there. Tea and sandwiches. I'm low on coffee, so I will probably be switching to a soda shortly. I know. Hey, Will. Mike is asking what I'm cooking. I have a turkey boob. Okay, so turkey breast that I'm pretty sure is thawed. And then I have mashed potatoes, the hubby's family's green bean casserole-like dish that's, oh my god, it's green beans, onions, and bacon, but the bacon makes it perfect. And I think that's pretty much everything I'm cooking today. Because we don't have a whole lot of people coming over, and I don't do a whole big spread. Don't have the spoons for that, physically or literally. Love the kitty in a box. Waiting to see if anybody else pops in. All right. Hey, Witchlings. I know, we've said this a few times, but I gotta keep talking about it. Hey, my Witchlings. I have got some seriously exciting news. Our YouTube channel here is officially to the first tier of being monetized, and you can now join as a Witchling member. When you join, you will unlock all kinds of awesome goodies, such as access to our private Discord servers, custom emojis of the critters, and yours truly, priority responses to your comments, early access to new videos, members-only content, plus exclusive chats and live streams just for our circle. Your membership helps me keep creating all of this magic here, and it lets us stay connected in deeper, more meaningful ways. So if you feel called to support the channel and step a little closer into the coven, tap that join button and come on in if you can afford it. I know, Bean. It's okay. All the more reason I wish Yes. Yep. I agree. I wish teleportation were a real thing. That would be awesome, you know? Let's see. That's frontwards. Okay, that one is hanging frontward. I'm wearing one of the double-deckers that are both yoga and witchy style earrings today, and I'm keep seeing this one in the camera, in the video view. But I keep feeling like this one is hanging with the triple moon backwards. We have green aventurine, rose quartz, and pyrite. There we go. Now everybody can see it. I love it. These were so much fun to make. It is dietheyogawitch.shop if you want to check them out. These are not up yet. I have not taken pictures of the double deckers, but everything else I've worn is up there. And these are on the agenda for Saturday. All right. Oof. I do have earrings with the triple moon in them, though. This is annoying me. My hair is annoying me. Yep. All right, let's get our candle. We do not have any birthdays today, sad face. We do, however, have some people we are sending love to. All right. You can see how big the candle is today. So, we are lighting our candle today for Raven and Will with their post-op healing, Kat's manager whose baby is in the NICU, and all of our witchlings and their loved ones who are dealing with tough situations. And today we are lighting our candle for the strength and wisdom of our witchlings who are dealing with tough relatives on a holiday. So, here's to all of you. As I light this flame, may our light be a beacon of hope in the darkness for those stumbling and lost along the way. We also hold this light for the survivors and victims of gun and domestic violence, including the 2 National Guard members who were shot in D.C. yesterday, and we are remembering them in our circle. With the lighting of our candle, our circle is closed, and we invite the ancestors to join us here today. Dunk. Aha. Out of 20 or thank you, Will. I had so much fun. Hi, Kat. All right. Yes, we. All right. Thanks, Kat. Out of 40. Ooh, those aren't great, kiddo. But you know what? Life happens. Hopefully you'll have the ability to make it up and get a better grade next time. We are hopeful. Yeah, there were mock tests, so study, study, study. All right, y'all. Let my brain catch up. All right. Let us take a peek at what holidays are weaving their way through today's spiral. We have a few. First of all, happy Thanksgiving to my United Statesian friends here. Now, it is Native American Heritage Day. Today honors the history, resilience, and living cultures of Native American, Alaska Native, and Indigenous peoples. For my family, this hits rather close. My husband's heritage is part of our home, our practice, and our daily life. Take a moment today to learn, listen, uplift Indigenous voices, and support Indigenous creators, educators, and communities. Gratitude becomes action when we honor the people whose stewardship and traditions still shape this land. Buy Nothing Day. Today is the antidote to the Black Friday frenzy. A chance to pause, breathe, and step out of the pressure to consume. Instead of buying, we can rest, we can create, we can cook, cuddle the critters, meditate, journal, or reconnect with nature. Sometimes the most radical act is choosing enoughness. Enough stuff, enough noise, enough pressure. Let today be spacious and gentle. National Day of Listening. Today invites us to slow down and truly listen, not to the words alone, but to feelings, stories, histories, and the quieter truths underneath. Listen to your body. Listen to your intuition. Listen to the people you love. And if you're gathering this weekend, maybe ask someone about a story you've never heard. Listening is one of the purest forms of communication, and sometimes the greatest gift we can offer. Those are today's holidays. Oh, that is wonderful. I'm glad to hear that you've got time. Nope, Chileans aren't having Thanksgiving today. Oh, it's a raven back. The Wizard of the Dubstep Birds. Love it. Oh, thank you, Mike. Mike says I have the vibes of a teacher. That is a huge compliment. Thank you very much. Well, I am a yoga teacher, so there is that too, but I have always wanted to share the knowledge that I have learned over the years, but teaching, let me rephrase, going to college and getting my teaching degree was not in the cards for me. Oh shit, did I forget to move her? Damn it! She's in the downloads. I did everything else. I was doing so good about making sure everything was ready today, and I forgot one important thing. I hate my brain. So I'm gonna drink more coffee. Is one of those days. Bonk. We have a really cool goddess today, though. Wait a minute. That was one goddess. No. That was not. I know. And I remember downloading it, but that is not the correct thing. Give me a second, y'all. I need to redo today's picture. Because today's goddess isn't a singleton. We have a grouping of goddesses. Hold on. And yet again, I get into a hurry trying to get everything done and miss important details. Gotta love it. All right. There we go. Bonk. Oh, that didn't work right. There's what I want. Okay. Exactly. I'm feeling like an idiot right now because, well, I goofed up the freaking goddess picture and I'm very annoyed with myself. All right. So now we get to wait for a minute and let everything catch up. I can fix. All right. Should have picture now. Check picture. Okay. Thank you, Joram. I appreciate that. That's actually a cool picture. Between me goofing things up and the computer not cooperating, I am just so frustrated right now. That is a wise choice, Will. Aren't they great? Unfortunately, I don't have these. Ow, ow, ow. Unfortunately, I don't have these up on the store yet. I think so. I'll fix it later. Swear, I'm going to huck this thing one of these days, because every time I pick it up, it rings like a bell, and I'm like, seriously? Thank you, Kat. I appreciate it. How are things going on your end of town? All right, so we made it through. Okay, that's where we are. All right. Yes, let's get going, shall we? All right, there we go. Making sure all of my shit's set up and ready to do what we need to do. My hair is annoying the fuck out of me. I'm going to shave my head, I swear. One of them days. All right. Let's start looking at the oracle, shall we? Sometimes the truth hits harder than we expect, especially when someone's actions don't match their words. Stick around for the full reading and drop a comment to share what resonates most with you. We start with... Oh, there we go. We start with... Someone is unhappy. Next, we have inconsistencies. Last but not least, some people never change. What do these mean altogether? Well, let's find out. It feels like someone is unhappy and the growing inconsistencies keep tugging at your intuition. You've hoped they would shift their behavior, grow, or meet you where you stand. But the truth is... But the truth settling in now is that some people never change, and that realization lands with a heavy, heartbreaking weight. Yet, it also guides you toward clarity, healing, and your next step forward. Hoi. Thank you, Raven. Oh my gosh. I appreciate you, Raven. Thank you. We'll figure it out. All right. I cannot believe my brain just glitched so hard right there. It's like I'm looking at the word I need to say, but nope. It won't work. Bad brain, no donuts. Bad brain, no caffeine? I don't know. Let's move on to the tarot. Yeah, let's try that again. Let's move on to the tarot, shall we? Well, let's see. There is a shakeup in stability, money matters, and relationships. And it's all asking you to look closer at what needs attention. Stick around for the full reading and drop a comment to share what's resonating today. We are starting with the reversed Queen of Pentacles. Materialism, insecurity, and a social climber. Next, we have the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Trouble with property or an inheritance. Last but not least, we have the 2 of Swords. Lack of clear perspective and some problems with health or relationships. So let's put those 3 together. The Queen of Pentacles reversed points to material worries or insecurity weighing heavily on you right now. That energy is echoed by the 10 of Pentacles reversed, which suggests challenges around property, finances, or even an inheritance. With the 2 of Swords appearing, there's also tension or indecision in your relationships, urging you to face what you've been avoiding. Ooh. That's our tarot for today. And now, my lovely witchlings, let's weave together the Oracle and Tarot into one sacred spiral, a single thread of guidance winding through every single card. And the overall message: there's a crossroads ahead, stirred by shaky foundations and some hard truths coming to light. This moment may feel heavy, but it's guiding you toward clarity. Stick around for the full reading, and yet again, drop a comment about what resonates for you. There is a deep emotional undercurrent running through all of this. That sense of unhappiness, the inconsistencies you keep noticing, and the painful realization that some people may simply never change. The cards echo that truth. The Queen of Pentacles reversed highlights insecurity and a shaky foundation, while the 10 of Pentacles reversed points to financial or family stress, adding to that weight. With the 2 of Swords present, you're being called to face a difficult crossroads in your relationships. This moment may hurt like hell, but it is also clearing space for honesty, stability, and choices aligned with your worth. Wow. And now, my friends, our mantra. Affirmation. Wrong word. See? Brain glitchy. And now, today's affirmation. I honor the truth revealed to me, and I choose the path that supports my peace, my stability, and my worth. And that's our affirmation and our reading. Oof. Wow. Oops. I had done that all week this week. I forgot. All right. It is driving me insane. It's tickling. Okay. Let's see what everybody's talking about. Oof. Go study. Go study. We will be here. Go study. I am a mom. I know what it means to, to encourage the kids to keep their grades up. Ask my 3. They do. They keep catching it, and then the hair will tickle, and I just... I am also being super sensitive today. Oh, look. A frickin' men, Raven. All right. Shall we bippity bop onto our self-care cards and read Namaste? Namaste tells us to touch our toes. Touch your toes. In the most gentle way possible, touch your toes. Stretch, breathe, hold the pose. Think not of the stretch or the effort. Think of the beauty of the pose. When you are ready, bring yourself back to a more relaxed position. Repeat the process while giving gratitude to your body and the miraculous miracle of movement. Say that 5 times fast. When we focus on beauty and giving thanks, the strain and effort of any task is more evenly spread and we don't feel it as much. Acknowledge the beauty in every task and give thanks to the opportunity to accomplish it. Your reward will be a graceful life full of joy. That's Namaste. Self-compassion. And now we have self-compassion asking us, what else? Bring to mind a recent small frustration. Notice the sensations of the difficult emotions. Take a breath and then notice what, if any, other emotions may also be present in this moment. Whew. That is really good advice. Self-compassion, my friends. Haha. Auto mods are great. Okay. Oh, that was... We're working on some other perks for the Spiral Seedling tier. Thank you, though. That will be pretty much specific members only videos for that tier. Cha 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 cha. It is so Thursday. I can't believe it's Thursday already. I can't believe it's Thanksgiving already, but I can't believe it's already Thursday. Where the fluff has this week gone? Oh. Oh, okay. He's looking at what he's been doing with the membership tiers. Oh, cool. Okay. So, the way things are going to go, because we didn't have any seedling members yet, he was just doing everything for the Witchling tier. But now that we have someone on that upper tier, we're going to start doing some more things, releasing some videos to the seedlings first, and then they'll eventually go out to everybody else. So, trust me, it's in the works here. Yay! All right. Are you the one who's been watching the shorts as they come out, Raven? We're just curious. Awesome sauce. Yes, someone else who uses that phrase. Or word, actually. All right, y'all. Now, we get to honor the goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. I'm going to redo that because I sounded like fucking Captain Kirk there. Shitner. Now, my witchlings, we honor the goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. Today's goddess is Churanguru. Churanguru is a collective of water goddesses who dwell in rapids, waterfalls, and turbulent currents, guiding us through the rough waters of life with grace and resilience. Their very name means senders down of the current, reminding us that movement, flow, and emotional cleansing are sacred acts. During the Festival of Lights in Niagara Falls, where brilliant colors illuminate the cascading water, their presence is felt in the radiant power and beauty of the illuminated falls. If you're navigating challenges, these goddesses can help ease the turbulence. A simple ritual bath can mimic their transformative flow. Turn on a freestanding jacuzzi or jet tub to its highest setting, immerse yourself, speak their name, and slowly lower the intensity. When you reach the quietest setting, shut everything off and pull the plug, imagining your troubles draining away with the water. Add a black light, glitter, and candles to transform your tub into a shimmering sanctuary where Churanguru can refresh your spirit and restore your strength. That's our goddess. Do not put the black light itself into the tub. And I'm also remembering a picture that I have seen go around the internet a few times of a black cat who rolled around in the bathtub after mom used a glitter bath bomb and didn't rinse the tub out. So the black cat was now covered in iridescent sparkles and looked like a walking galaxy. Yes. I hear you, Will. See, that is one advantage to, being out on leave. You don't have to deal with the crazy people at the casinos for work. Quack. That was a lot louder than I meant for it to be. Oh, God. Ages. You know what I'm sad about? I totally meant to come in here and turn the parade on while I was getting ready for this and forgot. So now I'm just waiting for it to replay. I missed the parade. I missed the dog show. I missed all the good stuff. So now I'm just kind of waiting for the replays. And I'm mad at myself. I didn't have a hole in my lip that time. I'm shocked. I'm aware. Yeah. The parade started at 8 o'clock this morning, and we all know Di is not awake that early. And it's hard to watch. Because, my dad. Hi, Garble. Sorry. Okay. Let's bippity bop on and get onto our little moment of Zen from the Little Book of Zen. We have our moment of Zen from the Little Book of Zen. Yes, you can see my bookmark. We have two quotes. Henry David Thoreau and the Evening Gatha. From the Evening Gatha. Let me respectfully remind you, life and death are of supreme importance. Time swiftly passes by, and opportunity is lost. Each of us should strive to awaken. Awaken. Take heed. Do not squander your life. And then, when asked about the hereafter, Henry David Thoreau had this to say. Oh, one world at a time. That's our moment of Zen. I forget that these glasses are loud when I put the bows down. Bad die. Bad die. All right. Oh, you know what? We're going to go ahead and extinguish our candle now. I know. Hey, there's still a little bit of flame. All right, Witchlings, it's time to wrap up the show for today with the extinguishing of what's left of our candle. Our circle is now open, and we extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors for being here today. Boink. Yep, sound effects are in full effect today. All right. And now, my loves, here is today's closing blessing. May you step into the rest of your day wrapped in peace, clarity, and the gentle knowing that you're guided with every breath you take. May your heart feel light, your path feel steady, and your spirit feel supported. And to everyone in the U.S., may your holiday be warm, safe, and filled with love. Go gently, my witchlings. Namaste. I keep forgetting all of this releases the day after. All right, y'all. Before we go, a quick reminder. This channel is supported entirely by the Witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here, just magic and love. So please, like, share, and subscribe. All right. Now let's go out there and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There is already enough darkness and hate. Please, let's try to be beacons of hope and light for those lost in the dark. Tell your loved ones, be they walking on two legs, flying with wings, curled up with fur, gliding with scales, or tiptoeing on paws and tiny claws, that they are absolutely precious to you. Moments slip away faster than we expect, and those last goodbyes often come far too soon. And if you take only one thing away from all of this that I have said today, please remember, always, always remember that you are loved. You are wanted, you are needed, and you genuinely do have a purpose here, even if you have yet to figure it out. I was 45 before I did. I love you guys to bits. Namaste, witchlings. Torture you like that. Hello. So what you guys missed is me saying I'm really grateful I hadn't started cooking Thanksgiving dinner yet, because the man behind the curtain is ravenously hungry, and I'm like, I am so glad I didn't start cooking yet, because I don't like torturing you like that. Nice. Krispy Kreme is really good about participating in fundraisers. And Sarge is going absolutely batshit right now. It's the doggy alarm clock. It's the doggy alarm system. Okay. And you know what? These are coming out too. Okay. Love my hair, hate my hair at the same time. Oof. Because there is a ton of it. Do. There we go. Wrap. All right. Ow! You know, one of these days, I will finally remember when I'm recording that everything I'm talking about is for the next day. Am I going to? Probably not. Working on it. I am shedding like a mother. Losing my shit. Okay. So how is everybody doing out there today? We are here. Have not started cooking my Thanksgiving meal yet. Partly because, A, I'm not sure what time the oldest spawn is off of work today. I did, however, tell the bonus kids that we were streaming until for about another hour here. And dinner would be no earlier than at least 2.5 hours after that. I have to make a meatloaf, for those of you who are not familiar with my wonderful made-up words or mispronounced words. Because I have someone who does not do turkey. It actually can make them sick. So I will make meatloaf for them. They don't do ham or turkey. They are rather limited on their foods because their body just doesn't like it. So we get to do that, make meatloaf for that one, toss the turkey boobs in the oven, cook up the bacon. That is honestly, this is going to sound absolutely insane, but I am most looking forward to the frickin' green bean casserole thing. Oh, yep, sorry. I am looking forward to the green bean casserole thingamajigger because it has rapidly become my favorite dish at Thanksgiving and Christmas. Making fried chicken sandwiches for dinner. That sounds awesome, too. I am really the only one in this house, I think, who really loves turkey. And I really do. I really like turkey. But when it's just 3, maybe 4 of us, it is just, do you know how difficult it is to make turkey for just 4 people, maybe 6 people? So we don't do that much. And yeah, I'm the only one that eats it. And I don't know, just something about the holidays since my dad passed. I'm just not feeling it so much. And my kids are all adults. So, and my grands don't live close, so it's not like they come over and see the house decorated for the holidays or anything. So it just kind of becomes another day. See, I'm so glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, it's another day just with a bigger mess to clean up in the kitchen than usual. And when I'm the only one doing 90% of it, it just doesn't really feel like it's worth it. And I'm sad about that. And and we come back to, it brings me back to my dad, because my dad was the one who cooked Thanksgiving every year. I would get up at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, probably about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. And the house would already smell like turkey because he'd been up since like 5 to get the turkey in the oven. And that's another thing I don't understand. Slight sidebar here. Why do families insist on eating Thanksgiving dinner like 3 hours earlier than they normally eat dinner? Why is Thanksgiving dinner a lunchtime meal instead of dinner? That is true. As he's saying, it's bad for you to eat that much food that late. But why do we call it Thanksgiving dinner then? Why can't we call it Thanksgiving lunch and then just have like turkey sandwiches or grays for dinner? I'm weird and I know it, but it's like, really? But I have so much more understanding of my dad now that I'm the one doing the cooking for the holiday. I don't know how he didn't lose his shit on us. Especially me. Because I never set foot in the kitchen to even think about helping him. But I think part of that is when I was a kid, I tried to a couple of times. It didn't go well. There's what I'm looking for. I mean, I distinctly remember my dad deciding I was old enough to help stuff the turkey. So he convinced me to take a handful of stuffing and shove it inside the bird. I didn't like the stuffing to start with, the feel of it. And then when he told me to stick my hand inside the bird, y'all don't want to know what I did. I did not actually make a mess, but that was when it was decided that Di was never sticking her hand inside the turkey again. And that lasted until... But we've been together 14 years, and I did my very first Thanksgiving the year we got together. So 14 years ago was the first time I had ever cooked a turkey myself, and I did it all. Unfortunately, did not cook the turkey completely, but we were able to toss it back in the oven and fix that. But oh my gosh. Other than that, my Thanksgiving dinners since then have been pretty decent. I have something poking me in the eye. But yeah, I feel so much more respect for my dad. That man did so much without even the slightest hint of gratitude from anybody. And he kept doing it. I'm shocked. Now, Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. And I did always thank my dad for cooking because it was such a rare thing. My dad cooked three meals. He cooked Thanksgiving, and then anytime we had chili, it was always Dad cooking, and it was his recipe that I do not know, so whatever. And he cooked fried chicken. Back up to his chili, though. Hilarious story. My mother was not a bad cook. My mother was actually a pretty good cook. And she attempted to follow his chili recipe once. She followed it to a T, according to everybody. Mind you, this is before I came along, but I've heard this story so many times. She followed the recipe to a T. My brothers would not eat it. My dad would not eat it. So they took it out to feed it to the dog. This is a dog that would eat anything. They took the pan out there, set it in front of the dog. He tried to bury the pan. It was that bad. I'm trying to figure out how she ruined it that badly, but that's kind of hilarious, especially knowing the kind of cook she was. So, she never tried making chili again. That's what I'm thinking, Will. That's what I'm thinking, Will. So, I have now learned how to make my own chili. I didn't realize it was so easy to make, which makes it even more amusing that she ruined it so badly. But chili is now one of my favorite things to make, so who the hell knows? It's hilarious. But my dad would get up 5 o'clock in the morning, get started on Thanksgiving dinner. When 8 o'clock rolled around, he'd turn the parade on, or it was on, because he'd watch, like news and shit. So I would come rolling out of bed about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. House is already smelling like turkey, and the parade's on, so I would just plant my ass on the couch and not move. Yeah, and then as a teenager, I would get screamed at for not helping. She would scream at me for not helping, and I'm like, I offered. He kicked me out of the kitchen. What am I supposed to do at that point? Fight with him over whether I'm going to help him or not? Do not answer that question. We all know the answer to it. But as I got older, he did let me help with some of the sides. And when I was a little kid, we have a family recipe that I'm guessing is very much a Midwestern United States thing. We call it overnight salad. It's similar to ambrosia. Except to my knowledge, ambrosia typically has coconut and maraschino cherries. This has marshmallows, pineapple, whipping cream, and a couple of other ingredients that you don't want to know about, because if you know what's in it, it sounds awful, but oh my God, is it so good. So my dad would sit my ass down at the dining room table the night before Thanksgiving, plop a bag of marshmallows in front of me, a big tall glass with hot water in it, and a pair of scissors, and say, go to town. We needed 60 marshmallows chopped up. Now, members of the family attempted to use mini marshmallows for this, but it did not work right. Something about cutting the marshmallows. Oh, lemon juice is another. But something about cutting the marshmallows and then mixing them in. The marshmallows and the lemon juice react better with it cut, and it's one of the best things I've had. It's really kind of sweet, but not sticky sweet. Our relative who makes really good pizza is the Munchkin. The Munchkin, one time, and I wish I had convinced them to do it again, made homemade pizza crust. And it was so good. Oh my gosh. That was a fun afternoon. Yep. I gave the Munchkin my KitchenAid mixer. KitchenAid. Because they like to bake more than I do. I can bake anything but brownies. Yeah. We used it like 3 times in the 6 years we had it. Bonk. Middle child. Okay. Raven is friends with my sons. The Munchkin is the middle child, and I call them Munchkin so that I don't slip and misgender them. And as they asked me once, Mom, do you call me Munchkin because I'm short? And I'm like, no. I have a feeling it's someone you don't know, and I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I don't usually use names because they don't like me using names. Ask the boys. They'll tell you. That's going to be the easiest way to do it. Yep. So we ended up giving our big KitchenAid mixer to them because they do more than I do. And I had originally bought that mixer primarily because I wanted it for making overnight salad. And then the kids grew up and I haven't really made overnight salad because I can't remember if the man behind the curtain likes it or not. That's what I thought. He's not particularly fond of it. And that's true. It's labor intensive because you buy. We have that game too. But yeah. So with the kids, I call Mike these days because his screen name is Mikado. It's close enough, and he doesn't mind. Munchkin is Munchkin. Spawn is Spawn because I don't want to use their names online because I finally figured out, a little bit of anonymity for them is a good thing. I used to call them by numbers, which was something, I did that in public, which was something my therapist at the time loved. Because we had season passes to SeaWorld, Legoland, San Diego Zoo, and Wild Animal Park, and a couple of other things. And, mom of little kids, I do a head count every time we get ready to move on to the next thing. And I would start with the oldest and go 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're ready to go. And it just got to the point where I would call them by their number and they would respond. And my therapist thought this was the best idea in the world when we were out in public, because that way somebody could overhear me talking to my kids or calling the kids and couldn't walk up to them and say, hey, your mom sent me to come get you, and call them by name, giving them the impression that they knew me. So it was similar, as my therapist at the time pointed out, it was similar to having a code word, which is still recommended with your kids. If the person coming up to them could not call them by name, they're like, no, you don't know me, and they'd go. Another thing we would do, another parenting tip here, especially in today's age of having cell phones with cameras. Anytime we went out to something like Comic-Con or the zoo or any of the places that we might get separated, I would snap a picture of them in the parking lot with the outfit they were wearing that day, just in case we got separated and I needed to find them. And as you know, hey, look at what cosplay they wore this time when we went to Comic-Con. It made sense. And I was never that paranoid mom that, oh my God, my kids are going to get kidnapped and I'm never going to see them again. Or the one that always assumed the worst and that something awful was going to happen every time we went outside. So, yeah. Which one? Because there's San Diego, which is the big one. There's Rose City Comic Con, and then there's Emerald City Comic Con. Despite living 1, 2, maybe a mile from San Diego Convention Center, where San Diego Comic Con is held, never went. Now I'm kicking myself for it. We have gone to Emerald City Comic Con. Went one time with the ex. One time with Aaron. And then I think I've been one other time. I think in the last 15 years, I've been to Emerald City 3 times. And to my knowledge, I'm going again this year because I'm being drug along. Oh, the horrors. But yeah, I love going to Comic Cons. Hell, I am such a geek that it's a whole lot of fun. I am very pissed off though. Emerald City Comic Con, by the way, Seattle's Comic Con, had the entire Boy Meets World core cast, including, I can see his face, including Feeney. And I am William Daniels. William Daniels. And I'm so pissed off. We wanted to go that year. We all wanted to. But I forgot how quickly the tickets sell out and when they went on sale. So, oops. Rose City, I would love to go to Rose City. Hell, just to be at the Portland Convention Center. That's a really cool place. But this year, I am being drug along because Critical Role is going to be there. And Spawn is a huge Crit Role fan, as am I. I love sitting there and watching it with him. I won't watch it by myself, but I do enjoy it. And he's like, you know enough about it to understand my geeking out over it and you'll enjoy it. And I'm like, hell yeah. So I'm getting drug along to Comic-Con. It's going to be fun. I really enjoy some of the meet and greets. I want to listen to that soon. That's on my list of things to listen to. My favorite Comic-Con story though, it was the year that Brent Spiner, James Marsters, Spike from Buffy, one of the other actors that we like, but I cannot remember who it was. We did not get to meet him. Oh, wait. Who's it? What's it from Buffy? Xander from Buffy, whose name I cannot come up with. We met Jason Marsters. What's his name from Buffy and who's it? What's it? Jason Marsters. What's his name from Buffy and fucking Criminal Minds? There we go. And then Brent Spiner and Jonathan Frakes. So those were the 4 we got to meet that year. Jonathan Frakes was by accident. So we're standing there chit-chatting with Brent Spiner. And there are signs all over the place. No candid shots, no candid shots, no cell phone pictures, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. There's nobody in line behind us, which is why we're just kind of standing there chit-chatting at Brent Spiner. When all of a sudden, Jonathan Frakes, who is right next to him, stands up and starts getting very, very loud about, no, we're not allowed to take pictures with the fans. We're not allowed to take pictures with the fans. And he turns to me, says, hi, I'm Tony, shakes my hand, and he's like, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but hey, Brent, they want a picture. Do you mind? Brent Spiner's like, not a problem. He stands up. He's like, 1 second, stands up, gets close to Frakes, smiles for the picture. They get the picture taken. Frakes turns around, shakes my hand again, says, thank you very much, and goes back to his conversation. And I am so pissed off at myself because I was just kind of starstruck of both of them. I didn't get the chance to tell him that not only am I a huge fan of his wife was one of my favorite actresses on General Hospital. How many of us realize that, yes. How many of us realize that Jonathan Frakes is married to Jeannie Francis, who is Laura of Luke and Laura fame? Yes, he does narrate the Dresden Files. I want to get into listening to the Dresden Files. I've read some of them. Hey, Lucky, you managed to swing in after the regular show, so none of the divination or anything, but nah, you're not super late. And hello, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. I'm sitting here babbling at the screen about my experiences at Comic-Con, authors, actors I like. Where are you? I hear you yelling at me. Where the flying... oh, wait, there you are. I see the shadow. Here, I'll move the box. What are you doing? Well, that didn't work. Hi. Fuzzbutt. There you go. Mom, make room for me to walk through. Yes, it... Come here. Come here. Come here. No, I got it. Ha ha! Now I can scoot in. Now y'all can see me again. I actually just missed getting to meet the author of the Dresden Files. I believe he's a Pacific Northwest author. He was at Comic-Con. And I've gotten to meet Patty Briggs, who writes 3 series. Had to stop and think. She has the Mercy Thompson, Alpha and Omega, and I think she's got one other series set in the same universe. I can't remember. But love her. She was doing a panel with the author of the Dresden Files. Why can I not think of his name? But yeah, that was fun. Man, I tell you, living relatively close to one of the bigger towns or the bigger cities is great because I'm far enough out in the boonies that it's nice. Thank you, Jim Butcher. That it's nice and quiet and calm out here most of the time. But I'm close enough to Seattle that if something fun happens in Seattle, like getting to meet Kim Harrison or Patricia Briggs or Comic-Con or Daniela, my other YouTuber that I adore, is doable. Raya says it's them and their kids, so they tried to do a 2-person Thanksgiving. Yup. Never made it past all the sides. Yes. No, I don't know that feeling at all. You go, baby. Hi, funny butt. How are you doing, Raya? Raya. I say Raya, and I'm like Raya and the Last Dragon. And I think I said that when Raya first came in. Yep, gotta love how my brain connects things. We're just kind of chilling out here. Raya Hope. Oh, duh. Dork. Mashed potatoes. Yes. I saw that. I'm thinking the word death is what got it held. Made great sides, but now I feel close to death and I'm okay with that. Yes. I hear ya. Mashed potatoes are awesome. I honestly think the green beans with bacon and onions are my favorite. I will eat an entire serving bowl of them by myself happily and easily. Because they're just that good. Overnight salad is another favorite, but I can't eat the entire bowl by myself anymore. Not a bad thing. Tater tot. Tater salad. My son, tater tot. But yes, my favorite mashed potatoes, though, I can't make them, well, probably. Taters. I made garlic taters the other night with the ham that I cooked. What I want to make is garlic cheesy taters. You caught me. You caught the tater. Yep. I want to make cheesy taters, cheesy garlic. But he can't have cheese. Cheesy broccoli, buttered green beans, buttered carrots, pumpkin pie. Oh. Yep. Yep. I'm not hungry yet, but I will be. Oh, as soon as the house starts smelling like food, I'm gonna be hungry. I'm very much looking forward to making the meatloaf for the spawn, so that'll be fun. All right. Uh-huh. He hates not being able to have cheese. It's very depressing. Uh-oh. You want to tell Raven you say hi? He's standing in the hallway dancing at me. I'm surprised the cat didn't launch to go get him. Go get some pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. One of these days, I mean, I have always made pumpkin pie from the canned pumpkin. That's my leg, baby. Please don't dig the murder mittens into my leg. All right, hold on. There you go. Now he's going to go get his brother. Ooh, you know what I should try? Oh, damn it. My oven's already going to be full of other stuff. I'm going to try that later. But yeah, I can understand garlic cloves making it a little sweet. Yeah. I'm being told there's a huge difference between roasted instead of boiled potatoes. I'll have to try it. Yeah, chocolate cream pie would be good, especially made with love by Mom. Drippings. Ooh. I may do that then. Okay. Being told how to do that. So, I think I'm going to try that this year. Oh. Yeah. That is awesome. We haven't managed to run the vacuum in my office in a couple of days. And I have been shedding like a motherfucker here at my desk, and I keep getting hairs tied around my toes. I am living in a sensory nightmare right at this second, but we're okay. It's one of those days. No. Okay. I am hungry-ish. Trying to decide. What am I trying? My brain just. Ooh. Not the cream cheese, but the rest of it, yes. Man behind the curtain is currently drooling in my ear. I can hear the drool. I am envisioning Homer Simpson with the drool running down his face. And we use avocado instead of olive oil, but otherwise that sounds really good. Oof. I'm looking forward to cooking though, because feeding people is a love language. Oh. That's true too. I have some awesome shit. Jambalaya and dirty rice. That sounds good too, dude. So, some entertaining news. Yay. I'm still on the wait list for the Pacific Northwest Witches Market's Yule Festival. But I was invited last night to be among one of the early applicants for the is it Beltane? Imbolc Festival at the end of February. Why is my brain just... Okay. Sorry. I've been invited to be among the early applicants. I literally just saw a message from the head witch in charge pop up. That's what distracted me. For that. And there is a small chance that I will be able to get into a festival more local to me here. Well, a little further away from Beltane. But things are just kind of starting to roll again. And the last time shit started coming at me like this, everything just kind of exploded in a really good way. Trust me. But I'm like, should I brace for impact? Yes. So I'm happy. I've got some ideas percolating. No, but Imbolc is going to be in Issaquah. Just like Yule. You're good, Mimi. Yeah, I keep getting Imbolc and Bell. I cannot keep my frickin' Sabbat names straight. Getting there. Just a heads up, Mimi, we are trying to stick to talking about holidays and families and fun stuff. We're leaving all of the ick and the yuck and the gloom and doom at the door today because I want to stay happy and cheerful and give everybody an escape from the negativity. Because there's so much of it out there right now. But I'm super excited about these things that are coming. I haven't had Kraft macaroni and cheese in ages. But yeah, veggie pasta soup, that works. The best mac and cheese I've had was a fluke. Oh! Ah! That is so cool, Raven! Nice. Saves you having to cook. But the best mac and cheese I've had was a total fluke. My oldest was going through culinary class in high school. And he made some mac and cheese for us at home. Homemade, made the cheese sauce and all of it. And it was awesome. But we could never recreate it because he couldn't remember how he made the cheese sauce. Mikey making the homemade mac and cheese that first time. Although this is also the same child who decided to... This is the same child who also tried to make Kraft mac and cheese with chocolate milk and garlic.
The chocolate milk mac and cheese was amazing. Don't you put disrespect on it.
And his brother loved it. Oh, he added cinnamon to it. That's right. Yeah. Oh. Yep. And he's in the room next to me. Well, that way. So, but he opened the bathroom door and yelled through the door. Jiminy Christmas. Yeah, because this house is small enough that unless I'm talking at about this volume, you can hear me in every other room of the house. And he can still hear me. Amen to that, Will. When I was working retail, when I worked at Torrid, every year when the meme came across my feed, I please stay home on Thanksgiving. Don't go shopping on Thanksgiving. Wait for Black Friday. I would share that and share that and share that because I've worked Thanksgiving night. Because we opened at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Thanksgiving. Didn't close. We were supposed to close at like 10:30, 11. I got home about 1. And no, I cannot do that to another retail worker. Restaurants are different. My high school best friend, my adopted sister, worked at Sherry's. For those of us who are in the Pacific Northwest, we know Sherry's. Sherry's is similar to Denny's or IHOP. But Sherry's had a policy that on Thanksgiving and Christmas, it was all hands on deck. Nobody got the day off, but they did it that everybody came in for 2 hours so that everybody could just come in, do their time, and go home and have the holiday with their families. I love that idea. But Jiminy Christmas. And today, this is the last day of the sane part of the year. From tomorrow until Boxing Day, traffic is going to be chaotic. Parking lots, especially Costco and the mall, are going to be dangerous. And so I'm sitting here going, do I really want to leave the house? They heard you, by the way. Raven says hi.
The cinnamon is false. The time we made it and had it, we just substituted the regular milk for
chocolate milk.
That's all we had. And it turned out phenomenal.
No, the cinnamon wasn't part of that one. The cinnamon was another time, and I don't remember why or when, but I do remember him adding cinnamon to something to... oh my God.
It was something we all ate, and it was just because it was like, oh.
Although...
Because we told him to add spices.
We did. We told my...
It was white sauce.
We told my oldest child to just add spices to something. And so he just started grabbing spices off the spice rack, and we ended up with cinnamon in something cinnamon should not be in. However...
I want to say it was meat.
Might have been. Speaking of cinnamon... that makes sense. I make curry. I love to make curry. I make curried chicken on a regular. And I also make this meal that a lot of people call shit on a shingle. We call it white sauce because that's what Joy of Cooking called it. And it's just basically a white gravy. And you can eat it over any of a number of things. This one time though, ground beef, white gravy. This one time we were making the white sauce and we're like, you know what sounds good? Let's make it curried white sauce. So, good in theory. So we add the turmeric, the cumin, and the other seasonings. That's pretty much it though. This was before I learned the cinnamon trick. Dump the cumin and the turmeric in it. Stirred it all up, made it all up, and it looked oh my god, this stuff looked gnarly. It was yellow porridge. But let me tell you, it tasted awesome. Mimi's dad's birthday is Christmas Eve. Yep. Interesting. Mimi, I have 3 people off the top of my head who have Christmas birthdays, 1 person with a Christmas Eve birthday, and then at least 1 person with a New Year's Eve birthday. I don't think I know anybody off the top of my head who was actually born on New Year's Day. But I have a few people that Facebook tells me that's their birthday because the default thing. And then I have another friend whose birthday is the 5th of July. Mom was at a 4th of July party and water broke at the party. They got her to the hospital and the baby was born like early hours of the 5th. That was an entertaining story to be told. Sweet potato. Ooh, that's what I want, what I'm missing this year. But I'm the only person in the house who really eats sweet potatoes. But sweet potatoes with some butter and some brown sugar. And then marshmallows on top. Oh yeah, you would... I almost said the name of someone that I went to high school with because for a second my brain glitched and forgot you were elementary, not high school. I'm having a great time. Christmas birthdays are apparently more common than I realize. But yeah, Oh, that sounds yummy too. And I have tons of apples. I have so many apples right now. So many apples. Our next door neighbor bopped over to Eastern Washington last week and brought us some apples back. My great-grandmother was a 4th of July baby. That was kind of cool. Candied yams, yes. Yep, my non-biological daughter is a 5th of July baby. And her older sister shares the man behind the curtain's birthday. That's kind of entertaining. So many people have that birthday. I know like 8 people who have the same fucking birthday. It's a mid-May birthday. And I'm just like, what the fluff? Because at least 2 of them... Because at least 2 of them were born early. Yeah, that's true. It is 9 months after Thanksgiving. Ooh. There's something about Dutch apple pie that I don't like, and I can't remember what it is. That's like German chocolate cake. I know what it is about German chocolate cake I don't do. I cannot do coconut. Coconut is, that is one of those textures that, nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Kill it with fire. Nope. But let's see. Let's see. Christmas. I like making Christmas dinner. I think I'm going to manage to make overnight salad for Christmas. Hopefully I'll have some sweet potatoes for Christmas. Christmas. So, now that we're actually into the holiday season, that was not the word that was trying to come out. What are you guys doing, or what are we doing for Christmas? With the recession and everything, and everybody here being, unable to afford jack diddly shit, are we doing gifts this year? Are we doing gifts? If we're doing gifts, how are we? Are we buying gifts? Are we making gifts? Are we doing experiences instead of physical gifts? I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Because I love giving gifts. I love making people happy. So if I'm giving them gifts, I'm feeding them. I'm spending quality time with them. Sometimes because the ADHD brain won't shut off long enough to spend quality time. Oh, that is so cool. So what are we doing? I think for my kids, what do I want to do for the kids for Christmas? Probably figure out an adventure to go on with the kids. With each of the kids. I'll be making gifts for other people, probably earrings, because I've got all sorts of earring making stuff now. Let's see what else. Boo, 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 boo. Nice. Buying a metal tree. Those are interesting. We have a faux tree because I'm asthmatic and have allergies. Spawn is asthmatic and has allergies. And we have a cat. So we did the fake tree. Although honestly, I have a feeling the only tree that's going to go up on the house is going to be my pink tree that will go on the bench behind me here. Ooh, wrought iron. That sounds gorgeous. Oh, you're early August. Ha! You are just over a week older than, or birthday is just a week before my kiddo. As for, I'm going to tell my kids that what I want for Christmas and my birthday, I want more holes in my body and more ink in my body. There we go. That's the way we're going to do it. There she is. Yep. Because, yeah. Whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4 people with that. But nope, not going there. Yep. Makes sense, doesn't it? I do appreciate, the man behind the curtain used to get a living tree. And only 1 year did we have a cut living tree, I think. And I don't even think that. But he would get the living tree that was still in a bucket, and then we'd replant them after Christmas. And the first one that we had the first year the kids and I were here, it was about a 4-foot tree when it was in the house. Oh, was it a 6-foot? That one was 4 foot, and it is now 25 feet tall. And that was after someone about 10 years ago lopped off the top 2 feet of it. It is a big tree and is so pretty now. I love it. And then we have what was supposed to be a Christmas tree in both back corners of the yard because the neighbor we had behind us had a Christmas tree farm. And when we fenced in our yard, we realized that they had planted a row of trees on our side of the property line, and he just let us keep the 2 that are there because they weren't going to be able to make it as Christmas trees. And unfortunately, they have now both gone the way of the dodo. I am sad. We have nowhere to store a tree and nowhere to get a living tree. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have 7 tattoos currently. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 piercings. Lobes, daiths, septum, both nostrils, eyebrow. I want to get more ears. My face. I'm not putting anything more on my face. No, well, if I do, it'll be another eyebrow. But I am not doing anything. And lips are not on the agenda. I have like 6 tattoos I've got that I'm planning and trying to figure out. But I figure the oldest, or the middle and the youngest both have ink, like Mom. And the oldest is kind of, I'm kind of interested, but I don't know. Yes. Yeah. Spawn would like that. But the two that already have ink, we have talked about the fact that, going and getting tattoos together would be a really fun adventure for us. The Munchkin and I already have. That's how this tattoo came to be. And so that's one option. And, that way we're not just generating more stuff. And the oldest, as I said, he's kind of curious. I'm going to guess that it's going to be a raven, my friend. But the oldest is kind of curious about maybe getting a tattoo, so see if he wants to. I would love to get family ink. I can't do my tongue. My teeth are too jacked up. You wanted the septum? I had wanted my... Oh, shit, I missed a piercing. I've got my belly button, too. I had wanted my septum done, oh my God, since my early 20s. I'd had two piercings that I had wanted since I was a young adult. My septum and my navel. And, I got my navel for my birthday this year. I'm almost ready to say last year, because we're almost there. But I got it for my birthday this year, and then septum a month or so later when the apprentice at the shop was able to start doing septum piercing. So that was cool as fluff. Because there is a shop up here in my area where if you are willing to allow the apprentice to do your piercing, you just have to pay for the jewelry. And the piercing itself is free. And I'm like, I got to learn on somebody. And they don't get to use real live human beings until they've had a certain number of hours of practice. So, what the hell? Worst case scenario, I have to take it out, it heals, and we do it again. Which one? 8 piercings, 1 tattoo. Yep. My first tattoo, I giggled the entire time because it tickled. And then second, one of the later tattoos, I got this one and the McDonald's logo on the same day. And this one, the artist was working on me, and I went to look and ask her, if she was really getting started. Look over, and she's almost done with it. I'm like, oh. She's like, what? And I'm like, I was going to ask if you were, really getting started. And she's like, oh, honey, I've been working on it for a while now. And I'm like, I noticed. The McDonald's logo. The only reason it hurt is it's on my ankle, and the angle I had to keep my leg at, that was uncomfortable, bubbles. Yeah, that's another reason I'm afraid to get my tongue pierced. This one keeps. The ball will fall off and bounce into the sink. And then I have to mentally look at my tattoos. Dad's. This was Valentine's Day, as was. I got this one and that one together. Painful, but not awful. My other calf, so my first one was my right calf, and it tickled. I have one about the same size on my left calf that it hurt, but I could survive it. And then my dad's rating badge and my music tattoo, the artist just kept going, oh my God, your skin is taking this ink like butter. You are so good for this. And he's also like, and you're not moving. This is great. I really like tattooing you. This is awesome. You are a great client. And I'm like, thanks. And then this one didn't really hurt much until he put the white ink in it. Don't feel like your eyebrows are thick enough for piercings. Oh, I have seen some people with those really fine, thin-ass eyebrows who looked good with the piercings. No, my calves did not particularly hurt that much. By the time I got the pentacle, the fibro was very definitely a thing at that point, so that was part of why it hurt a little more, but it really wasn't too bad. I think I had to take maybe 2 breaks while he was doing it, but it is music staff. It's about yay big. It's music staff with Ode to Joy and a pentacle inside that. So it was a little more detailed than some. And then, yeah, I don't know why I like tattoos as much as I do, but I do. Although I've found I am kind of an anomaly. Most people, when they have as many tattoos as I do, have at least one on their back. I don't have any on my back. So, yeah, there's that. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. My sister-in-law is a brave woman. She has human-sized, there we go, human-sized dragonfly wings on her back, which is the coolest thing in the world. She had intended to get them filled in, and then after doing the outline decided, nope, that was too painful, not going through that again. But hey, they look cool. So maybe I'll do, I don't have the pain tolerance to do butterfly wings on my back, but it would be cool. Fairy wings. I have so many ideas for tattoos, though. I do. My eyebrows look like wings or tadpole shaped. Yep. Oh God, yep. Yeah, dissociating during tattooing is not uncommon. But it's Spawn has 2 now. Comes home from he is out at a party, out hanging out with his friends one night, and I just get this picture of a tattoo, and I'm like, nice. Whose is that? Mine. Groovy. Yeah, see, I hide behind my glasses, but I was told once as a kid that my eyebrows were what eyebrows would look like if Groucho Marx and Brooke Shields had a love child. So yeah, I laugh at that. I've got bushy ass eyebrows. But yeah. That was one thing my incubator did talk me out of that I'm kind of grateful for. She graduated high school in 1964, so that tells you what time frame she lived in. And during that time and into the 1980s, the cool thing was to have like slivers of eyebrows. And I was talking as a young teen about plucking mine, and I remember her looking at me and saying, do not do it. Because if you pluck them enough, they will never grow back, and then you'll end up looking like this. And I'm like, yeah, we're not going to do that. She was a heinous bitch. Do not get me wrong. And I know she hated me beyond all words. But that was some of her good advice. Why did she give me that good advice? That is completely out of character for her. Anyway, yeah. Oh. He found his ear again, okay. Black and purple angel wings would be gorgeous. Yeah, I have since learned that shaved line through your eyebrow is not a white person thing, and me doing it would have been very bad. So yeah, no. I try so hard, and this is a rant of mine that some of you have heard me go on, to not be culturally appropriative. And that just That is a fine line. Something I will never do is the permanent makeup, the tattooed makeup, especially the tattooed lipstick. I have seen so many fails with that. And I went to boot camp with a gal who had the permanent eyeliner, and it was the permanent black eyeliner. We were not allowed to wear makeup during boot camp. And apparently she had just gotten them done just before leaving for boot camp. So they were still nice and fresh and crisp. Nice. Yeah. She got beat. Okay, beat as in made to do lots of push-ups and sit-ups. She got beat so hard for wearing makeup until she was able to convince the RDCs that she could not take it off because they kept telling her to go wash her makeup off, and she's like, I can't. So they'd cycle her. Now go wash it off. I can't. Down you go again. Go take off the makeup. I can't. It's tattooed. Oh. That was on both of them. That was on the recruit for having gotten makeup tattooed before boot camp, and that was on the RDC for not letting her explain in the first place why she couldn't take the makeup off. But I digress. This was in 95, so drinking tea out of a shot glass. I can get behind that. Isn't it great? And the absolute best part of it was that was not the gal who was a former Dallas cowboy cheerleader. We called her Dallas. Anybody surprised? Yeah. It's been 30 years. Ooh, nice. It has been 30 years, and I still have some very vivid memories of certain people from boot camp, which is weird. I forget so much. I'm trying to keep it positive. I'm kind of sitting here in awe that I remember that much. I know. Something about this time of year that makes you remember shit that you normally forget about. That's true. Winter, reflection, blah. Wrong. All right. But yeah, fun times. Can someone please explain what it is with the white eyeliner? Makes your eyes look more awake. Especially if you line the waterline, or tight line. Okay. For those of us who don't know makeup terms. When someone says they're lining the waterline, that would be the inside of the lower lash line. And then tight lining is when, okay, I'll let you do that. Tight lining is when you pull your eyelid up and line the inside of the upper eyelid. This is the waterline. And when you take and use white or flesh tone eyeliner right in the waterline of your lower eyes, it opens your eyes up. It makes you look more awake. Yes, it looks ridiculous on some people. The irony of you talking about that is I just bought Tarte's Fake Awake liner, which is specifically for making your eyes look more awake, except mine's purple, and I did not use it today, so I am amused. Tattooed makeup is very risky. I am good with tattoos, but I am terrified. I mean, it's not the having a permanent look. It's not the permanent look problem. It's the I don't want to have a needle that close to my eye. Which, if anybody has triggers about eyes being messed with, you might want to mute me. I have seen people actually tattoo their eyeballs Do you know how... Do you know how much that squicked me out? Exactly! Being worried that the artist is going to flub it. And then you're stuck with it. No. Or you're going to flinch. Or blink. Or, God forbid, sneeze. And, yeah. There are people who get tattooed freckles. They don't actually have freckles. But they'll get tattooed freckles. And I'm like... Yes, freckles are cute. Freckles are adorable and all of that shit. But, no. I don't want to do that. I won't even do the fake freckles with makeup. That could be interesting. 15 degrees colder made me think piercings were not going there. There are certain piercings that I just cannot do. Huh? Oh. And the other ridiculous one is the tattoos on the inside of your lip. Oh. Nope, not my thing. Your kink is not my kink and your kink is okay. Or your kink is not my kink and that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. Nope. Nope. And then I want to tell a story, but I don't want to tell a story. Oh, he commented, this is not what I meant when we decided, we wanted to keep it upbeat and positive today. Oops. Hey, it's better than moaning and groaning about the state of the universe, or the state of the world right now. Universe. Oh. And then you get those people that, they go in for a tattoo and before they go in, when the appointment was set, the tattoo artist was told, this person is a pansy ass with absolutely no pain tolerance. So please just make fun of them and have fun with it while you're doing it. And they get back from their appointment and they're like, the fuck? And I'm like, not a word. I wear lip liner and lipstick. Yes. That is called overlining. And I played with it some as a teenager and maybe in my early 20s. And some people can do it and pull it off and it looks okay because it makes your lips look a little bit bigger. I try to do it and it just looks ridiculous. Yeah, it just looks like I've smeared lipstick all over my face. And no, I can't do it. Just like right now. I mean... Yeah, I've got some where it doesn't belong right now, and it's annoying the hell out of me. He is cringing so hard at what we're talking about. He is so squicked out. Excuse me. But you know what? That is actually really adorable, I'll be honest. If I were to do something like that, no, because I'd get in trouble. But I would tattoo like bite me instead of fuck you. I've had a few people try to break me of the bite me thing because I would say bite me and they actually would. Not anybody currently. My kids will. No, he has one that he wants to do, but I don't think he could now. Considering the last time he got a vaccine, since the last time he got a vaccine, he warned the person, I have no fat, don't jab it too hard. She didn't believe him, jabbed and hit the bone, so he's a little nervous about, and then got pissed off at him for jumping. And so we're a little concerned that he doesn't have enough padding to get the tattoo we were talking about. So, plus the long COVID and the neurological issues that have tweaked his pain receptors and shit. No, I heard you. Yeah. I don't usually have too much trouble with them. The last one I got COVID and the flu at the same time, and it kind of hurt. It was more the getting jabbed with the needle that was the problem, and that there is no padding. And to my understanding, when there's not enough fat under the skin, the tattoos are more painful. Plus, his neurology, he was pain sensitive to start, and it's just gotten worse. So it sucks, and it's all long COVID's fault. That makes sense. Man, allergies are fun, aren't they? So says someone with mast cell activation syndrome. My body just randomly decides it's allergic to shit. And my darlings, my dears, my loves, my witchlings, it is that time. Yep. Oh, it has been 2 hours. We will be back here in about an hour with our Thanksgiving guided meditation. So come on back in an hour. I gotta go get dinner started and tossed into the oven, get the doggos out to pee, and then we will be back. So that's how he is. He doesn't get sick very much. He hasn't gotten a flu shot in ages. All right, my darlings, my dears, my loves, my witchlings. Let's go out there and spread love, joy, and kindness, because there is so much hate and discontent out there already. We do not need to be adding to it. Make sure your loved ones, be they human, scaly, furry, or feathered, know that you absolutely love them. You do not know how much longer they're with you, and those last goodbyes are awful. And please, if you take one thing away from all of this, please let it be that you always, always, always remember you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and you do have a reason for being here, even if you haven't figured it out. I will see you guys later. I love you to bunches. Namaste, witchlings.